What would you say is the primary reason you
you
wouldn't want to be the new leader of Iran?
I'm America first. This is the greatest country in the world for me.
It's so dumb, right? It's inverted. Everybody who claims to be America first are supporting what's destroying this empire, destroying this country. Everybody they say hates America, people like me. If you had listened to me at the start of this war, when I said that they're not here to free Iran, everybody that was upset, if they had listened, then the economy would be in a better place. Our country would be in a better spot than it is now. Instead, they demonize people like me, and then people like this are hailed as nationalists. Well, look now. What happened to those people? Everything I said that was going to happen in this war happened. I got it completely right from the start. Do they change? Do they admit they were wrong? No, they just adjust. They just shift the goalposts.
Like I'm an artist, the heart made my head spin 360 degrees, baby. Looping up a tree stump, laying in bed, dream still alive. For the most part, resuscitated, pulse for the find and make a piss stop.
Patrick Bet-David was on the Jack Neel podcast. I'm wondering if this is interesting to listen to. So apparently, Patrick Bet-David was approached. I don't know if you guys think it's cap or not. PBD says that he was approached to be the next Ayatollah. Can you believe this? Oh, okay. I'm an IRGC guy. Okay. Okay, I'm an Ayatollah guy.
30 days before the US and Israel bombed Tehran, the Times of Israel ran a piece, Why Patrick Bet-David is the Leader Iran Needs. Have those ideas been entertained by any serious players in your life?
We had extensive conversation about this last July when we were in the Hamptons. I got calls saying, do you have any interest? Would I be able to change the economy, be a glue between the States and Europe, and open up the market where the 92 million people could...
I'm calling cap. I think he wants to start a political career, and so he's inserting himself. He's trying to make the subconscious within society comfortable with him being a politician. Do you really think that he was approached by Bibi Netanyahu and Trump to be the Ayatollah?
Start doing business, creating jobs, economy. Yeah, I think I could do that. But as the guy to be the leader doing that, I got 4 kids, 14, 12, 10, 4 years old. Do I want to put him through this right now? No. I would have to be there. I would need to live there. This isn't like a Zoom president. You get that job has to be you're moving there. We talked about it probably for 2 or 3 months. And then at the end of the day, I said, it's just not a job I want to do right now.
So he was a guy like PBD, I'm a numbers guy, was going to stop doing the crypto summits, and he was going to stop appearing on Coffeezilla to be the Ayatollah. This is the new PBD development.
Now, you shared this for advice
with
haters, but I want to ask you a different question about it.
You're not
For the
that
boy
guy
who watched bombs fall on the people of Tehran, who calls his mother Maman, in regard to the Iran war, which country is the eagle and which country is the crow?
What a great question. Which country is the eagle? Which country is the crow? Well,
the question is really, do you side with the people bombing your country or your countrymen? Do you side with the people that are trying to eradicate you from society or your own?
Maybe let's ask which country is the instigator, right? And I'm not a guy that when I make this comment, it's going to sound weird of me saying this.
Yeah, it will.
You have 3 countries involved here. You have Iran, US, and Israel, right?
Right.
Of the 3 countries, the one that has the highest priority of making sure IRGC is no longer around is who? Israel, not us. Why? Closer, Middle East region, all of that. So we rely on their intel to tell us on what's going on with Iran. And so that intel when we get could be good, bad, ugly, could be whatever they want it to be, right? So that's a very interesting dynamic. Now, you know, the U.S. will say we're allies.
Red Glenn Greenwald's comment to Jack Neel's Twitter post of this interview, I'm a numbers guy.
Look that up.
And Iran, I lived there for a long time. You know, living with Hezbollah is not, a lot of people are trying to say, oh my God, Hezbollah is not that bad. Hamas, you know, Houthis, you know, these guys.
He lived with Hezbollah. They're in Lebanon, not Iran.
You know, they're not as bad as people think it is. They're just, you know, they're reacting. They're like our military.
Allahu
they're like our
Akbar,
Navy SEAL. They're
PBD Rabar. Long live Ayatollah PBD. Never heard such retard thing. Circus.
The Ayatollah PBD. The new Ayatollah. Adam Sosnick and Patrick Bet-David. It's crazy. But the TDS at 20, though, I need to lock in.
Are this, and it's fine. That's the argument that they're making. But IRGC is willing to kill their own people. And they've done that many times. It's nothing new. When we lived there, it was the same thing as well. So in this situation, I don't know if I would put, of course, we are the leader of the free world. U.S. has always led everybody. When people say what country they want to go live in, they talk about America. The greatest country, the greatest system. We have the longest line of people knocking on the door to want to come here, and that's not changed.
It's so funny, too, that he's grifting the right-wing nationalist movement. He's literally an immigrant from what they call the third world. So under their leadership, he would be sent back on a boat straight to Iran, right back home. Greatest country in the world. Those people, as long as you're useful right now, he gets to be in the arena. As soon as they get what they want, you'd be gone, too. And he's saying that Iran, they're full of terrorists. We just saw videos of Ben-Gvir saying specifically that there's a death penalty only for Palestinians, that he's part of the Jewish power movement. He's saying specifically that Lebanon should be wiped. One Israeli tear is equivalent to 1,000 Lebanese tears.
No one wakes up in the morning saying, let me go live the Iranian dream. Nobody wakes up in the morning saying, let me go live the Middle Eastern dream. Maybe UAE, they've done a good job. Maybe Qatar, maybe Saudi, maybe they've been able to attract Ronaldo in soccer, and they're kind of wanting to be a little bit more Western, not fully.
Okay, Ronaldo is why they're Western, because Ronaldo signed to Al Hilal, and now it's a Western civilization. Can they also stop saying Qatar? It's Qatar. Qatar? Okay, so here's Glenn Greenwald calling him out because his claim, PBD says that he was going to be the Ayatollah. Glenn Greenwald says, lol, the Times of Israel didn't run a hit piece suggesting PBD be the new leader of Iran, as they made clear. It's just some random outside commenter with zero connection to the paper, like the equivalent of citing a YouTube comment and saying, Google suggested. That said, the way you snuck your finger in your face in deep contemplation of the suggestion and the clip it provoked is one of the funniest things ever produced on the internet. Kudos. So let's see. Did the Times of Israel really put out a hit piece saying this? Okay, it was one comment. Why PBD is the leader Iran needs. The views expressed herein are solely mine. Jose Alvarez Gomez. Convy?
Bomboca!
So Convy wrote a comment on Times of Israel saying maybe he should be the Ayatollah. Now he's saying that they approached him for months.
Not fully, but they want to make it safe for you and I to go there and enjoy a soccer game or some kind of an event. But this is a very complicated scenario that we have today. So now that Trump was trying to do the deal with them, I don't know if you saw the bombing yesterday, the missiles yesterday, couple hundred missiles. It's pretty nasty. The president just tweeted right now saying they are planning on taking over Karg Island. And if they take over Karg Island and control Iran's oil, and then they're telling us that Iran is reaching us and let's do a deal. Please stop bombing. He says, I'm not doing the deal. I'm not going to stop bombing until you sign the deal. It's a very nasty situation. So in that analogy, we're still the eagle. We are the ones that's up there.